not have an iPhone. I mean, it's just
Me neither. It's like I want to boycott them, especially when they changed the chargers. That was evil. That's monopolization.
And the AirPods were annoying.
AirPods are annoying, and they don't even fit my ear, by the way.
And they're EMF free tuning, so I don't even.
They're the best. I will never have an Android. You heard? Unless Elon does a phone. I would get Elon's phone. I would trust Elon with my life.
All right, guys. In DC today, we got Emily Austin. Finally made it happen.
Do I have like croissant on my teeth?
No, you just ate one though, right?
Yeah, it was really yummy. Thank you.
I love it. I'm gonna eat one after this. I'm starving. I haven't eaten anything today. I took a red eye last night.
From where?
From Vegas.
Oof.
Yeah, I always think it's gonna like work out, and then you don't sleep on it.
Red eyes. Well, okay. I'll argue a red eye is better than a morning flight.
Really?
Because I don't get good sleep, but I'll like listen to music, close my eyes. When I have a morning flight and I land, my instinct is to sleep. And like, it's usually in the middle of the day. At least a red eye, you can't justify taking a nap. You're like, nope, got to get up, grind. I know I'm like unpopular in this, but I'll
you're right,
die for red eyes.
Your stakes are on the line on a red eye. If you don't sleep, your whole day is shot.
Right. Yeah. I'll take my odds.
Yeah. So I forced myself to sleep on that flight. You're probably traveling a lot lately, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I travel so long that now when I take short flights, it bothers me because I don't mind planes. I mean, now I'm afraid with all the accidents happening. But like, I fly to Saudi, it's like 16 hours. Flew the other day to Miami. It's my shortest flight yet. And by the time I feel like I closed my eyes, we were landing. I'm like, no, I didn't get to nap. Like, I can't do this. Now when I land, I can't take a nap. And I need the longer flights, which sounds really weird.
Wow. First world problem right there. Saudi, what are you doing over there?
So
Big
Saudi,
money out there.
Yeah, wow. They do it all. They have a huge sports initiative going on right now, and I'm a boxing reporter primarily. So they've really changed the game of boxing. Like Turkey Al Sheikh is making the biggest fights happen. We have Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, Canelo Crawford this year, and he's just making like the dream fights. Fury Usyk. I know Fury just retired, but like he would have done Fury AJ. Yeah, and a lot of them are in Riyadh, so I'll just spend like weeks there and. I love it.
Yeah, because you're with Dazen now, right?
Yeah.
You're covering the fights.
Is
that the same company that's doing McGregor versus Paul? Or is that a different one?
I don't know who, I'm sure they'll end up streaming it. I don't know if they have the primary rights for it. That one's in India, which I don't think we do. Yeah, McGregor Paul.
Wow.
I didn't know India. The Ambani family is behind it.
I didn't know India.
I think they want it in India.
Okay.
I think a lot of people are trying to copy what Saudi's doing. I don't think they could keep up, but they want to just bring, listen, the best way to bring tourism is sports. There's nothing more people will unite over than a good soccer game or football game or boxing. Like I've never seen so many UKers in Riyadh. Like it's bizarre, but they'll all fly out for like the Fury Usyk fight. Yeah. It's brilliant, actually.
Man, UK loves boxing.
I mean, they have like amazing boxers. They have Joshua, they have Fury, they have now we have a Eubank fight with Conor Benn. Like the rivalries are happening and they're all UK based. So yeah. It's cool.
You've been paying more attention to boxing rather than basketball lately?
You know, it's weird. I'd say basketball is my first love, but boxing, I mean, because I work in it, I've been keeping up way more and it's easier, you know? There's no playoffs, there's no finals. It's just like, okay, whoever wins this fight and wins the belt is the king, you know? And it's a lot more simple. And honestly, I mean, we're in DC, no better place to discuss now. The NBA's politics just repulsed me a bit because at one point I was like, oh, LeBron, like, you stay out of politics, it's not your game. And then I could argue people could say the same to me. Stay out of politics, you're a sports reporter. Yeah. And that's when I realized, no, these athletes do have a voice and they do have an opinion. But when I realized most of them were actually just following the wave of the fake woke virus instead of being honest about their own opinions, I blame the NBA for that. If they won't create a safe environment for people to be honest about their political opinions, I have no respect for a league like that. And a perfect example is when Trump won, I got a million congratulations from everyone, including NBA players, that I'm in my head, didn't you vote for Kamala? And now Stephen A. Smith is coming out like, I didn't vote for Kamala, but I'm not upset Trump won. Do me a favor, you voted for Trump. Who are you lying to, Stephen? But the problem is he's probably afraid to say so. Yeah. And they all are. So something has to shift.
I definitely agree, because when you saw the BLM movement, it was so strong in the NBA. A lot of them
didn't even believe in it. Even the black athletes, a lot of them were like, they took a knee and they were like, what are we doing? You know? Now I try not to stay out of. Like, I'm not black. I don't understand racism. I understand antisemitism, but I'm not going to like stick my nose in a fight that's not mine. I'll be an ally. But when I found out
If starting the new year off with a fast feels a little daunting, you're not alone. Shout out to today's sponsor, Prolon. They're an entire community of individuals that want you to make meaningful differences in health. And it makes fasting so powerful because you have a group of people around you. I'm joining their January Fasting Challenge, which is a coach-led program to set you up for fasting success. It's a 5-day program. It's filled with snacks, soups, and beverages that are designed to keep your body in a fasting state with no guesswork or planning required. Got the boxes laid out right here so you guys can check it out. It's also great for so many things. It enhances your skin, it enhances fat loss, and it improves your energy. All their meals are prepackaged, like I said, no guesswork, and it's perfect for after the holiday season where you stocked up on a lot of heavy meals. If you're ready to make 2025 your healthiest year yet, you can order your Prolon 5-day kit at prolon.com/DSH and join in on their fasting challenge today. New groups start every Sunday in January. Plus, Prolon is offering Digital Social Hour listeners 15% off their 5-day program when you go to prolon.com/DSH. That's prolon.com/DSH.
BLM was a huge scam. I'm like, where's the outrage? Because Black Lives Matter didn't actually improve any Black lives. So I'm not Black, but I have common sense. That's wrong.
Yeah.
Crickets, you know,
For real.
Selective outrage.
Yeah. The anti-Semitism stuff, that's been nuts on X lately. It's
Yeah.
almost every day I log in, I see it. It's like, holy crap.
I appreciate X because my argument on free speech is I'd rather know what you're thinking than it be a secret and then poof, all of a sudden like intifada comes out of nowhere. Like I want to know what's up. I want to know how you feel. And it sucks that I have to go on X and read like, you know, Hitler should have finished the job or some crazy tweets, but I'm glad to know how you feel so I can prepare accordingly.
Right.
Like I got a gun after October 7th, like a legal carry permit. I took training courses. It was really difficult in New York,
That's
especially.
hard in New York, yeah.
Yeah. I'm in a Republican county, Long
okay.
Island, but I have a statewide, actually a lot of states. I took it to Texas and Florida. But seeing the spike in anti-Semitism, like, I'm not going to be an idiot again. I've seen what the world's capable of doing, World War II. I see the trend, and I will not let history repeat itself. So, get a gun.
Yeah. I mean, they're finding that balance. Elon's starting to debadge some people. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah. You know what? That, to me, isn't censorship. Like, if you violate guidelines and you're being a vile monster, you don't deserve to make money off of your hatred. And if you know what you signed up for when you signed the guidelines, like you won't make money off of it. They're still getting millions of views. That's not censorship. I hate how they're equivocating that to Elon is censoring free speech. No, he's giving you a platform because on any other platform you'd be banned.
For sure.
Mark Zuckerberg just admitted it.
Yeah,
which
he
is
admitted,
outrageous, by the way.
kind of threw the Biden administration under the bus, right?
Crazy. I'm so thankful to him for doing that because we all knew it. I mean, if you say anything about Trump, you get like flagged or blackballed and you're gaslit that it doesn't exist. Like TikTok, I'm not shadow banned, but I haven't gotten views since I said Kamala's campaign was a Diddy party. Like it's not a coincidence.
I get banned on TikTok every week.
It's crazy.
Literally every week. And I get it
TikTok.
back and then I'm banned again.
Yeah.
It's nuts. The same exact clip I post on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, nothing.
Yeah, no, I love X. I think I have like a little ban going on. I don't know why, but
X is the best for politics.
I agree.
It's not even
the best
close.
for everything.
Yeah.
I think it's just known for its like crazy political takes. But I could totally see like an Instagram vibe going on there. People just tweet more pictures. Really, what's the difference then?
Yeah. I
Just
mean,
more unhinged comments.
yeah. X is just so fast too. Like as soon as something happens, you know about it.
Yeah.
It's like unreal.
Yeah.
All the
it's
Senate
addictive.
hearings, you're like actually there because you're.
It's crazy. Like I watch news a lot, but I've never received news quicker than X. Like I'm refreshing. I'm like, oh, did Hegseth not get confirmed? They're like all on X. It's crazy.
Yeah, the Hegseth clips were hilarious.
Yeah.
That dude's a G.
The jinx.
Yeah. I mean, his clips, I literally laughed. I never watched Senate hearings or anything like that, to be honest, but he was just killing it,
He's
in my
awesome.
opinion. Yeah. Shout out to him. This whole fire thing, how Callie handled it.
Oof. My favorite part about this outcome is people blaming everything but the root of the problem, where it's like, it's tragic, it's vile. Everything that's happening is a harsh awakening to the root, which is failed leadership. And I like how it's taking a turn into climate change is the issue. And it's Trump's fault for neglecting climate change. Meanwhile, Biden's the president for the last 4 years. And I don't see the climate in a better predicament than it was 4 years ago at all, actually. Yet they're like, yeah, it's the wind. Did the wind take two sticks and rub them together to spark this fire? Listen, it could have been an arsonist. But the reality is, no matter what you look at, the root cause was Newsom. And it's not just the wildfires. It's how he's handling California as a whole. And what is it, Mayor Bass? It's
Karen,
just negligence. It's like, yeah, maybe on a day. No, actually, there's no excuse. Every single day, you should fulfill your duties to the like maximum that you can. And if there were fire hydrants with no water in it, whoever is responsible for that needs to go to jail for negligence. Because look how many people's lives are ruined from that. And it's like, you'd think after what happened, hopefully California would somewhat flip red, but instead, somehow, it's everyone's fault but Newsom. It's everyone's fault but the mayor. And it's like, okay, let's just pin it on climate change instead of learning.
They were pointing a lot of fingers. I saw DEI getting blamed. I saw...
Because the hires were insane. You're hiring someone to handle a place that's prone to wildfires because they're queer or because they're a person of color. Like, there's nothing to me more racist than DEI. DEI is racist in itself. The definition of racism is segregating people by their skin color, or now it's religion or race. But what's more racist than saying, okay, you're going to get this because of your skin color or because of your religion. Now you're judging people by their religion or race. That is racism.
Right.
Yet it's become this like popular fad in Biden's administration. DEI, like Mark Cuban defends it till the day he dies. It's the most racist thing ever. Like, and it's actually racist towards white people because now you're less qualified because of your skin color. Like when I was applying to college, I remember telling my parents, yo, I'm Jewish and white. I'm screwed. I'm not getting it anywhere. But how sad is that? That like I worked my ass off and I knew I had a lesser advantage because I'm white.
Same. I lied about being Asian because, oh my God, their average GPA was like 3.9. So if I said I'm Asian, I'm not getting in, you know?
You're white now.
Yeah. Well, I am half white, so I just said I was white. But
now you want to be white.
Yeah. But I feel for all these Asians that try so hard in school, and then just because they're Asian and they have better grades than like another race, they can't get in.
I just feel like we need to collectively agree that in general, and this is a bigger picture problem. We have to stop judging anyone by anything but their character and work ethic. So you're white, half Asian, whatever. I don't care. If I like you, I like you. If you're qualified, you're qualified. If you were black, great. Like these headlines really piss me off. It's like example, black man goes to space. Why did you need to point out he was black? Because now it makes it seem like you didn't expect it from a black guy, which is actually racist. Because why didn't you expect a black man to go to space? This was a real headline a couple of years ago. And it's like, that's racist. So people just don't see it that way. I don't know. It's only the woke people who don't.
Yeah. Did you see last week when the Notre Dame football coach?
What happened?
He got asked, how does it feel to be the first black coach in the national
championship
game?
That's so mean. That's so racist.
And he answered like, why does my skin color matter, basically?
Facts.
Yeah. Like,
I'm so glad. Did he get fired?
No, I hope he doesn't. He deserves
like
to
the
be.
NFL player who wore MAGA hat or what he do? The Trump
kicker?
dance?
The kicker?
Yeah. I forgot
Yeah. He was getting a lot of heat just for wearing a hat.
But I'm sure if he wore a BLM hat or a Biden hat, he'd be fine.
Yeah.
Select.
Double standards, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it must be tricky being an athlete with politics.
I feel like.
Because you don't want to lose your job. Because think about it. They spent 20 years being an athlete. And now if they talk about politics.
Why should they lose their job? And it's funny, like, I think most NBA team owners are Republican, even though they pretend not to be. Like, personally, I think a lot of them are.
I could see it. A lot of, yeah.
Where does it come from? Like, if someone were to lose their job over being Republican, whose jurisdiction is that? Like, you know what, guys, let's censor him. Who? It's not Adam Silver. I don't think he cares.
It's got to be their sponsors, their funders, right?
Like, who? Nike? I get that. They're woke.
Nike, they get a lot of big pharma sponsors.
They're woke, but they use slave labor. Ooh.
Yeah. Apple too, right?
Yeah.
You know, they're making phones for what, $5 overseas?
Yeah. Idiots like me pay like what, $1,500 for a new phone.
I can't not have an iPhone. I mean, it's just,
me neither. It's like I want to
good.
boycott them, especially when they changed the chargers. That was evil. That's monopolization.
And the AirPods were annoying.
AirPods are annoying, and they don't even fit my ear, by the way.
And they're EMF radiating, so I don't even.
But I can't. They're the best. I will never have an Android. You heard it. Unless Elon does a phone. I would get Elon's phone. I would trust Elon with my life.
I mean, any company touches it kind of skyrockets.
Take my data, Elon. It's yours. Sell it. Indulge in it. I don't care.
TikTok getting banned tomorrow, right? Allegedly. We'll see what happens. They always do this and then push it back, I feel like.
I don't know. I've seen on X, like it's banned, it's not banned. Trump asked for a 90-day push. They won't grant it. my thoughts on it is that the current TikTok is an issue. The censorship, the suppression of like Republican voices, even though I do think Trump had a hot wave on it for a minute. I think when they realized he was winning, they kind of just like, screw it, let's let it happen. But in general, they are too obvious with their censorship. Now, if somebody like Kevin O'Leary or Elon Musk were to buy it, I think that they would balance that out like Elon did with X.
Yeah.
But right now, under ByteDance, it's just disastrous. And this is not even addressing like the Chinese alleged CCP spying. I absolutely believe it. Like they're spying. I'm sure the US is spying too.
For sure.
Personally, I would rather see it banned. If they don't ban it, amazing. Let's just bring it into somebody more responsible's hands for freedom of speech. Less even about the surveillance. Like, all right, I know this is stupid, but maybe someone in the comments could address this. What is China doing with my data? Like, I'm not that interesting of a person. Okay, even if you read all my texts, okay, that's like uncomfortable or whatever. But what do they want? Like, they hacked apparently 23andMe. Okay, now you know I'm Iraqi and Ukrainian.
Yeah, they're gonna clone you.
Yeah, actually, I mean, you're doing a disjustice to yourself if you do that. there's enough Emilys in the world.
Who knows what they're doing? That one was weird though, because BlackRock was involved, and I don't trust BlackRock.
Yeah.
So I try not to get too conspiratorial, but it is weird.
We're not suicidal.
Yeah, we're not. We're not. Not in the slightest. So
Trump's winning, guys. Life is good.
Yeah, life's good for the next 4 years at least. How are you feeling safety wise in New York right now? Oof. Like, do you take public transit?
Never. First of all, never. So I used to take the LIRR in like high school. I had like improv classes in the city. It's the last time I took a train. And this was a couple years back. I remember like just constantly homeless people throwing like cans of tuna, cans of corn, be like just throwing it at women on the station. And I remember there were cops there and they kind of weren't doing anything because this was also during like defund the police, police brutality. So they were kind of afraid to do anything about it. And I was just like, why should I have my nose broken taking the train? Like, that's a big deal for a woman to walk around with a crooked nose. And it was just sad because driving into the city, especially now with the new congestion pricing, is disastrous. You never find parking. You pay $87 for a parking lot in Manhattan. Now you pay $9 to cross the Midtown Tunnel. Like, it's insane what's going on. But you think I'm going to go on a subway and risk either getting beaten, stabbed, shot, burnt alive, spit on, peed on? New York's becoming like a shithole. And Governor Hochul is like, how do we make the state a better place? Let's forget the violence on the subway and let's increase the price for commuters. Maybe we wouldn't commute so much if you made our subway system safer. Right. Maybe if you didn't defund the police, we'd feel safer. It's like, someone has to run against her. I really hope Richie Torres runs.
I hope so.
He's a Democrat. He's a person of color, if that still matters. I don't think he cares. He's qualified. And like Governor Hochul is just not, she's like another Newsom. Look at DeSantis. Look at Florida. They're thriving right now.
Crushing it.
Miami's the city to be. I want to live there. I feel safe there. And it's like, can't blame guns. Everybody got a gun there. It's just strong leadership. And New York just lacks that. Our mayors, whatever. I don't flip-flop. I don't mind Mayor Adams. He definitely flip-flop. But because it fits my agenda, I'm okay with it. But
he was getting tried like federally, right?
He wants a pardon.
100%.
We see you, Mayor.
I mean, if I was in his shoes, I'd do the same thing. I can't even
everyone's hopping on the Trump bandwagon now.
Yeah, I mean, Zuck, Bezos, Elon.
The best thing was when Trump won, people came up to me, people that I know damn well did not do anything for him. They were like, "Oh, we did it, Emily. We? Who is we?" Because I know I did my part. You were hiding there. You went to the booth, filled out Trump, and you think you did something. Like, you pretended you voted for Kamala, and I have no respect for you.
Yeah. When did you become outspoken about Trump? Was it in 16?
16, I was 15 years old. So I didn't even vote. But
so 20?
No, I wasn't really involved in the 16 election. I would say in 20, I voted, not really understanding much. My parents go vote for Trump.
Yeah.
And after he lost and I saw the outrage, I was like, okay, let's get to the bottom of this. And I really try to understand both perspectives because I don't like to judge anyone by their political affiliation, race, religion, whatever. But I really just resonated with the Republican values, the conservative values. It wasn't so much of I like to be Republican for any reason other than I happen to agree with most of their policies, not all of them. You don't have to be so black or white with everything. And therefore, I just also started speaking out about my policies, and people were like, "Are you a Trumpy?" And I was like, "I voted for Trump," and it was like taboo then to say anything about
20,
it.
Yeah.
And I said, "How come I didn't like Biden. You voted for him and I respect you, but I voted for Trump and now you don't respect me for that. How is that? How are you the party of inclusivity?
Yeah.
And I just started noticing like the hypocrisy of the Democratic Party. And it only got worse within the 4 years because it just became more tolerated, I'd say. And the wokeness became like encouraged and shoved down people's throat. And I was not having it. So I was like, people already hate me for voting for Trump. Now I'm going to become his number one fan and advocate. And I did. And I just went out there, like, ripped the Band-Aid off. I mean,
I love it.
Needless to say, lost a lot of jobs over it, but it was so worth it. And now,
Oh, yeah. Especially in your space,
back.
you know, in the broadcasting space, you probably lost so many opportunities.
Yeah. I mean, I was a Miss Universe judge. They're so woke. So woke. I can't take them anymore. It's like nauseous Trump. Please buy it again. It's not a marketable thing. You're not going to make money. It's not profitable. But just take it out of their hands. It's like, whatever.
I didn't know Trump owned that at one point.
He sold it, yeah.
Oh, wow. So who owns it now?
JKN Group. She is a transgender billionaire from Thailand.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was any transgender billionaires. I'm actually surprised. That's crazy to me.
I'm surprised.
No, like that's nuts. Like shout out to her, I guess, or him. I don't know what.
It was a he, and now he's her.
Okay.
And I don't care. Like I call her she. If you're she or he, I don't care.
Yeah.
When you're they, them, I'm like, just choose one.
Well, AOC removed her pronoun, so I think we're done with that era.
Imagine she becomes MAGA.
Yeah.
Nah, we don't
That'd
want
be
you.
nuts.
We don't want you.
You debated Harry Sisson, right?
I couldn't believe that. Oh my God. Because it's like, a lot of my debates were very hostile, especially about the Israel-Palestine conflict. And I never intend for them to be. Like, I'm always down for a conversation. And Harry was cool in the way that he could, like, off camera actually hold his ground. But it was hard to actually take what he said seriously. Like, I looked him in the eye and I said, who do you think Putin and Xi Jinping will respect more? Biden, Kamala, or Donald Trump? And he was like, Biden. Totally Biden. And I'm like, Harry, you don't believe that. Yeah. But he actually does. So I feel bad for him.
Wow.
And I follow him on X and he follows me back and I just see his tweets and I would love to hire someone to see if he's getting paid by the Democratic Party.
I think
because he's not a dumb kid.
I think he allegedly is getting paid.
Because that's the only thing that makes sense. And you know what? A lot of people would be lying if they say they wouldn't do it either.
Right.
Personally, I would never. I can't compromise my morals for anything. I just feel like that's bad karma. But he's not a dumb person. He's definitely brainwashed or well paid.
I think Bryce Hall exposed this.
That he's paid?
I think he found...
Harry, come on, just...
He found allegedly a payment going to one of his companies or something. But let's be honest, that happens on both sides, you know?
Yeah.
Like maybe not directly, but like indirectly, there's people...
I think it happened... I mean... It definitely happens more on the Democratic side. I think a lot of Republicans that speak out actually come to their senses. Like Antonio Brown started speaking out. I thought that was really funny.
Right.
And I'm sure that was like taboo in the NFL. And now you have that player who did the Trump dance. It's just becoming more normalized. So I think you'll see more people switch sides, even though they were never really on the left. But like the Democrats, they paid Beyonce, Lizzo, Meg Thee Stallion. Like they actually are famous for paying celebrities to support them.
Oprah got $1 million or so. Yeah, $1 million's hard to turn down.
Yeah, you can't turn down $1 million to be like, I actually, I don't know.
If you're watching this, guys, you know her price.
For me, Trump's election was life or death. Like legit, it's that serious for me. So in an election like this, it was like, I thought if Trump doesn't win, like this country's done for. I was looking at real estate in Dubai.
Whoa.
Yeah, legit. I started looking to like move out of the country.
You were that worried?
Yeah.
Holy
I was worried
crap.
for safety. Like look at California. Imagine that became a country. That's how the US would be under Kamala. So I started looking elsewhere. So in an election like this, I don't think there's a room to be bought. I think generally, maybe if things are harmless, fine.
Yeah.
Like in an election that's like, I don't know, what was the most agreed on election? It was like Reagan.
Before our time, I feel like.
Yeah, before we were born.
Now social media just amplifies everything. It's like the stakes are high.
So I thought. I mean, if you looked at the polls election night, besides, what was it? Polymarket. Polymarket was pretty accurate. Kalshi was good too. But if you were looking at just the general polls, you thought this election was 50-50. Trump annihilated her. Yeah. It was not 50-50. And I feel lied to that I actually believed it was 50-50. Now I'm just like, whatever.
I mean, she was favored to win at first by a lot.
Where do they get these numbers from? You know what I want to know? When they say that they poll people, I've never been called.
Never. I've been texted, actually.
I've never been asked ever who I voted for, who I plan to vote for. So when you allegedly poll people, you're taking a tiny group and then you're just like assuming that it's going to go across the board, state by state. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not an accurate system. They need to come up with something else or just not do it at all, honestly.
Yeah. It's like,
because they're never accurate. I mean, why does it even matter? If
Stay
anything,
tuned.
it makes people not want to vote.
Yeah.
You know?
They feel like confident. Oh, he's going to win anyway. So
Yeah. Do you have any faith in Tate winning over in the UK? He just announced he's running, right?
hell no.
You don't think he has a shot?
I think he's still going to jail. What do you mean? I hope he goes to jail.
Yeah, him and Shapiro are going at it right now.
Ben is a genius. You can't debate a genius like that.
I've never seen Ben lose in a debate personally.
Because he's too smart and he's too rational. He just speaks like common sense. He's not disrespectful. He's not antagonizing. He doesn't do it for the clickbait. Like, you're just debating a smart man.
He's actually a debater. That's the difference.
And he's smart and he knows what he's talking about. Andrew Tate loves attention. This man, he's like Candace Owens. They will say anything just to get that viral moment, to be the cool guy, to like follow the masses. Like, they don't understand what cowards they are. Have your own opinion, have your own backbone, and don't do it for the clicks. Like, I actually used to respect Andrew Tate because I was a big proponent in, like, unfortunately, not so unfortunately, gender roles exist. Like, you'd be ignorant to deny that. Like, women are expected to X, Y, Z, and men are the same. And I think masculine men are the alpha males, the attractive men that like a woman naturally is attracted to. So when he's like, masculine men have to provide for their wives and take care of their home and be a father figure, I agree with that. But then he starts demonizing women and he's like, woman, go make my sandwich in the kitchen. I'm like, oh, you think you're cool now because like these little beta boys who have insecurity issues agree with you and you made a platform out of it. Congrats. But then the sex trafficking and the rapes, and I believe all of it.
Really?
I believe all of it.
He beat the case though.
I know, but I don't think it's over.
Wow. So you think he'll get tried in the UK for it?
I hope so.
Damn.
I mean, running for PM, no.
Yeah.
Zero chance.
Yeah. I mean, I think, there's stuff I agree with, but the red pill movement got a little too toxic for me.
Well, I'd say, and it's not spoken about enough, and it's okay to call out your own party's problems. The extreme right is equally as bad as the woke virus. Like,
agreed.
They're both bad. Like, Candace Owens to me is a vile person.
Really?
Yeah, I hate her so much.
Well, she exposed a lot of truth too.
She exposed the BLM movement for like being a hoax. I mean, she said Sandy Hook was a hoax, which is like outrageous. Okay. Yeah, that's so.
I thought that was Alex Jones.
She agreed with him.
Oh, okay.
And, she said like Jews killed Michael Jackson, Putin and Stalin were Jews. Like, she says the craziest things because it gets attention. And she took the BLM thing to the next level. So if you believe in something and you prove your case, I have respect for you for doing so. But it's like the way she does it is she wants to always poke and jab rather than just like, she thinks if she uses fancy words that she made her argument better. Like, she's still a conspiracy theorist. She's still a nut job. She just promoted Red Note, that app, instead of TikTok, that the CCP, literally you sign up community guidelines in Mandarin. And like, she's okay with giving her data there. Why? And now it's cool to do so because all the Gen Zers are doing it. Like, this woman is now influencing millions of Americans to go download an app that literally you're swearing an oath to the CCP.
Wow.
How irresponsible are you? But she'll do anything for clicks at this point. She's spitting on her plate. She's a zero without Ben Shapiro. Candace Owens is a nothing without Ben Shapiro. And now she's like spitting on the plate that gave her food. She's just an ungrateful woman. She's probably miserable in her marriage. Like, I don't know.
Would you debate her ever?
Yeah, why not?
Let me set that up because she's coming on my show this year.
Yeah, I wonder what
you would actually do.
I wonder what she'll blame the Jews for then. Why can't she debate Ben Shapiro?
That would be amazing.
He'll cook her.
That would be a good debate.
He will cook her.
That would be a good one. I want to see Brett Cooper speak out on her situation with Daily Wire too.
Yeah.
She's coming on as well.
I would love to hear it.
Yeah, I think it's interesting how she left. Apparently it was amicable, but we'll see.
I think she'll just maybe profit more off of her own show. If you have a big audience, why do you really need any platform? Just do it yourself. You're doing it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, you really, in the podcast space, you could do it on your own.
I think you can. Yeah.
It's not like it's crazy. I mean, I spend a good amount, but you could be lean.
Yeah.
You don't need a huge team.
I think Brett will be okay. I just want to know what happened to her. She'll probably sign something.
You
or
think
not.
so?
We'll see.
Yeah. Well, the co-host or the assistant took over the show or something?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't watch anything but Ben Shapiro. And I don't watch it religiously. I'm not a big podcast person, honestly. I watch anything that's on X. If it's on my feed, I'll watch it. If it's on my Instagram feed, I'll watch it. And Fox News, I watch.
Okay.
Anything else that's just like, I don't have time to, but if I were to watch podcasts, I would have to listen to comedy. Because everything's so heavy nowadays.
Yeah.
So like, I need a break.
There's some good comedy ones.
But Ben, like when I'm studying for a topic or want to know like anything about it, I'll definitely watch Bench
Yeah,
Shapiro.
that's cool. So when you prep for debates, you watch his videos.
Sometimes I don't resonate with his arguments, by the way. He could be right, but for a reason that's not like my main reason. So sometimes I'll watch it and be like, nope, not my argument, like not my space. Who did I watch a lot for my debate preps? Just read books, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
For debate prep?
Yeah.
Wow.
I like to know what other people are thinking. So it's funny, Xavier DeRusso said he became Republican by studying the liberal. So I do the two when it comes to anti-Semitism. So like people think I'm crazy. I read like My New Order by Hitler. So I said I want to know what he was thinking because I see, you know, a lot of anti-Semitism and I see that clearly he succeeded in a way. So I want to see what the, you know, common denominator here. And I think it's, if you read it, it's like, whoa.
Is there any middle ground, anything you agree with the anti-Semitic crowd, like people like Jake Shields or Dan Bilzerian? Is there anything there?
Is there anything I agree with? So what's unfortunate is that because they're Republican, I happen to agree with them on a lot of things.
Right.
But when Candace will debate Rabbi Shmuley and say like Jews in 9/11, and then I see some of my friends listening to this that are sitting on the fence, like, it's like when Amazon asks you, did you get your package? And you're like, no. And then they say, prove it. And you're like, I didn't get it.
No.
When Candace makes such a baseless claim, like Jews did 9/11, and then again, uses fancy words to support her thesis, you can't prove otherwise. Like, okay, no, Al-Qaeda did 9/11. She goes, no, but that was a hoax by the American government, blah, blah, blah. No, it wasn't. But because now she said something and it's like unheard of and uncommon, it becomes trendy and cool. Dan Bilzerian, I don't even know if that's his last name. Bilzerian?
Yeah, Bilzerian.
Whatever. Like, it's so crazy to me that this guy is like a womanizer, a porn addict, like looks like he's jacked up on roids, and his new claim to fame. I didn't know who the hell he was before he became anti-Semitic.
Really? You never heard of him?
No, because why would I follow a womanizer like that? Like,
True, yeah.
I'm not into like him
a lot
posting
of guys.
hot
He had a big
chicks.
male following. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care about that. I'm straight. So I was just like, who is this guy that's like jacked up on roids that's talking about Jews? And I noticed it started when it became trendy. If you were a real anti-Semite, you would have done it years ago before it was cool.
That's true.
You know, at least have a backbone. I say this all the time. If you disagree with me, but you mean it, I still have somewhat respect for you. But these people are doing it, like I said, for the clicks.
The trend riding, yeah.
Like, what else did Candace say recently? I mean, Red Note is outrageous. Now, Candace, just go to China and just go support the CCP. I'm sure they'll pay her generously.
Yeah.
Maybe they are. Who knows? I
think Fuentes got banned on Red Note already. He didn't even post yet. I saw that.
I don't have proof, but I would love to look. I can't believe that Tucker, I have an idea about Tucker, but I'm not getting sued. Tucker, Candace, Dan, who else is on my list?
Oh, you don't like Tucker?
He became part of, to me, he's extreme right.
Really?
To me, he's like riding Russia, like glazing them. He's now like he's also on Candace's Jewish conspiracy theories.
Oh,
like,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, big time.
Wow.
I have no respect for him anymore. I did a lot.
Yeah, because he broke a lot of stories early on. Damn.
No, I lost my respect for him too. I saw him in Doha, in Qatar, and somebody's like, "Go say hi to Tucker." And I was like, "I'm Jewish. Why would I go talk to him? He's disgusting." And I would love to see if he's receiving foreign money. Tucker,
Wow.
Candace, Dan. I bet you they are.
I went to Tucker's tour and I saw him with Roseanne Barr. I thought when he interviewed Putin, it was kind of an important interview, honestly.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I agree with his political takes, which again makes it harder for me to dislike them because they're on that anti-Semitic wave. It's unfortunate, but to me, they're falling into that like alt-right category where they actually hurt the Republican Party because people affiliate all of us with extremists like them. Like, not all of us are so black or white. They make it black or white, especially Candace. It's like any popular topic or unpopular topic, she'll have to just take the opposite stance and ride with it. And it's like, do you think for yourself or you're just doing what's cool? I don't know. But I think there's definitely
time will tell, right? I think
money.
The truth always comes out eventually.
Always.
We'll see
especially
if they
money. Follow the money.
Follow the money. There was that alleged Russian payments to those podcasts. Did you see that? The 10 million.
I so believe it.
Yeah. So we'll see. Hopefully they release the 9/11 documents too under Trump.
Yeah.
That'd be major.
How about the Diddy party list first? Like,
Epstein list, Diddy list,
There's
please.
So much we're missing.
I want to see that. I mean, we kind of know.
Democrats are going down.
Gonna be a fun next 4 years.
Yeah.
Emily, where can people keep up with you and find you?
Oh, well, if TikTok gets banned, they banned me anyway. Instagram, Emily.Alston. X, I tweet a lot. I X a lot. I post a lot.
X
Emily
doesn't
R.
sound-
Austin.
Yeah, post sounds better.
I post a lot.
X a lot sounds weird.
Emily R. Austin, and if Emily Austin wants to give me back my username, I'll take it.
Someone take your username?
I mean, it's taken, and I don't think they're active.
Oh, wow. Hit up Elon. Slide in those DMs,
I'm trying to go
right?
to the X event someday. We'll see.
Hell yeah. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Check her out. Peace.